here's the thing. When we are trying to learn about how to be more feminine and we're learning about the masculine energies, the feminine energies, I feel we have to sometimes be careful with this, because sometimes this can put a lot of pressure on us as women to be a certain way and to act a certain way and to fit into this perfect mold. It puts pressure on us and even shame on us for being maybe too masculine, and it can make us feel like, well, I'm not sensual, or I'm not feminine enough. I'm not in my flow enough. I'm not sexual enough. So then that can lead us into feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm not there yet. There must be something wrong with me. So today I wanted to explore this message and to let this episode today be a reminder for you, to let this be a message that you were never unfeminine. Let that sink in. You were never unfeminine. My name is Jessica Angeleri. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a feminine embodiment coach, priestess of love, and sensuality facilitator, and I'm really in this deep service of expanding into love and guiding women just like you to reclaim their sacred femininity and to embody their sensuality and to really step into your sexual radiance. This is what I love guiding women in. And so if you are here, I just wanted to say thank you. And that means that you were guided here in this moment to listen to this because you know there is another way. You know there is a way of ease, of feminine flow, of sensuality, of power. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so grateful that you're here. And remember, if you haven't signed up for my free 7-day program, Erotic Feminine Embodiment, I really recommend you to sign up for that. It's free. And in this, you are going to start your journey of awakening your feminine essence and ignite your sensuality through different practices that I really hold close to my heart. This embodiment piece is really important because, yes, you can receive these transmissions and information. There's so much out there, right? But when you really step into the practice of it and the embodiment of it, this is where you feel the shift. This is where you feel the transformation happen. This is where you do enhance your sensuality and cultivate that sense of self-love. So make sure to join me for that. So let's dive into this very much needed talk, I believe, for us women about working with the feminine energy. And you know that is a lot. I speak a lot about this, whether that means I'm speaking about the feminine in terms of the different archetypes of the feminine or the different elements of the feminine, like sensuality and beauty and pleasure and sexuality and sensuality. This is what I feel where a lot of us is really requiring a return to, a reclamation in. But the thing we have to know is that it's also not about, when you are coming into this journey of honoring the feminine energy, it's also not about swinging so far to one side that you completely forget and you completely neglect the masculine, which I think can often happen when we start to do this work. This is really about finding your inner core. It's not about losing yourself in the process. It's about building your inner power and inner strength within you to be able to then honor both energies. Remember, they're energies. They're like archetypes, principles that live and is very much alive within you. So it's not about, oh, okay, I'm just going to start learning about the feminine and then I'm just going to completely neglect the masculine. It's about swinging from one to the other and really integrating both into your heart, into your cells. So if you feel like, you're too much in your masculine energy and you're always in this hustle mode, which a lot of us are. We are in the doing and the pushing and the achieving and the striving. There's nothing wrong with you. You were never too masculine. You were never unfeminine. Really take that in. You're still very much feminine. That part of you isn't lost. But there is a much more softer, more magnetic way to move through life, and one that awakens your sensuality, one that deepens your pleasure and reconnects you to your feminine. And you don't need to force yourself into femininity. All you have to do is to remember this aspect of you. A lot of women come to me to feel more feminine. And I absolutely love this intention because that means, and I'm seeing that there is a new earth awakening right now, and one that is coming into this rise of the feminine consciousness. And there is a desire right now with that awakening of the feminine consciousness to tap into this erotic sexual energy of creativity, where we remember our gifts as women, our intuitive gifts as women, our gifts of love. This is the thread I feel like that is missing and needed in this world. These different expressions of love, of beauty, of sensuality. That's how I see the feminine. Of emotional intelligence. And that's how we then step into sacred relationships. That's what the feminine consciousness is asking from us. And she is you. She is wanting you to tap into this relationship, to have this relationship with her. But it is something that we as women have to remember. Even when doing this feminine work, we can still forget also about the masculine consciousness within us. The feminine calls, she magnetizes the sacred masculine. Whether that's in your life for a sacred relationship or the sacred masculine within you, we cannot forget about him. We need him. You need him. So then you stop going into spaces, into relationships, into life, feeling like you're on defense, feeling like you have to shut down your vulnerability because you're not safe to share your emotions with someone, or when you're feeling fear, when you're feeling shame or judgment. She embraces all, and when we call in the masculine, he helps us to hold it. So we are asked right now, if you want to do this work of the feminine, we have to call in the masculine as well, and to offer him a new language, which is love, this elixir of love of the feminine. But we need to take a little breather from the overproducing masculine. He's done his work. He's really good at what he does. But he's tired. Let me know if he's tired. Let me know in the comments. Yes, he's tired. So we just need to dial it back a little, right? We need to just take our pedal off a little, because the intuitive, creative, pleasurable, erotic, sensual, sexual, fierce aspects, truthful aspects of the feminine, she's just been forgotten. And she's been forgotten in the doing, in the trying to, in the feelings of not good enough in her beauty, in her gifts, in her love. So she feels like she always has to give more, give and give. she gets lost in your control, in the doing, in the I need to change my face, it's not beautiful enough, in the comparing with other girls, well, she has it better than me, so I mustn't be good enough, in the competing. No, we're done with that, right? We're done. We're done with pushing her aside. And we're done with pushing her aside as by pushing our pleasure aside. When you push your pleasure aside, you're pushing her aside. You're pushing your feminine radiance aside. And then when you push her aside, then you feel like, well, I have to that now take on these superficial ways of being feminine, of looking feminine. And I do that through dressing sexy, or we see it a lot, dressing flowy dresses, or changing my body. But you know that there's something deeper than this that we can tend to. And that is the wild feminine heart that we have to tend to. We have to activate this love. Within the heart, we have to activate our connection with our womb space, with our yoni. And this is where we start to really connect deeper with the feminine essence, who is so rooted in love that she doesn't need to alter herself or change herself. And I feel like this is a journey for all of us women, maybe in this whole lifetime. But trust me, when you connect with this cherishing and this respectful, compassionate heart, you learn to lean back. And when you lean back, you surrender. When you surrender, it means you're trusting. It means you're trusting yourself, and you're trusting the masculine within you. You're also trusting the man in your life more, and he will love you for it. You trust yourself to connect with yourself so deeply that you aren't afraid to tend to your emotions and ask yourself what you need right now. When you come into this real empowered space, embodied space, you then create a new space for your man to also connect with his own heart and his own creativity, and you empower him to step into a new space of empowerment. You allow him and you encourage him to step into a space of trust as well. And then he will be there for you. He will help you open. But you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to practice knowing yourself. You have to practice knowing what you need and what makes you feel turned on and ravished in your own life. You have to practice coming into this space of play and laughter and creativity. The masculine within you will then be the container for your untamed, beautiful expression to flow through you, so you can listen to that intuition. So you can listen to what you need in each moment, so you can follow that creative spark without losing yourself, right? Remember that when I'm speaking about the feminine and masculine, I'm speaking about energy, and they are in all of us, no matter what gender, okay? But right now I am speaking about the feminine in women, you as a woman. I'm also speaking about the masculine in you as a woman as well. I'm also speaking about the masculine in men. But when you connect with your feminine essence, you're also connecting with your magnetism and this radiance within you. You're connecting with this aspect of you who knows how to just stand in your worth and know what you want. And then you know how to then express that and deliver that truth into the world. You know how to communicate then with your partner. And that's a masculine piece, right? the penetration piece, penetrating this beauty and truth and love out into the world, into your relationships, into your craft, whatever it is, into your business. The point I'm trying to make here is that your masculine and feminine energies rely on one another. And sometimes you may be more in your doing and your masculine energy in your business and your work. And that's where I am a lot of the time when I'm in this, like, I have had to set up this YouTube video for you right now. That was my masculine piece. I knew what I needed to do to sit here today. I had the devotion piece. And then I sit here and I also have my structure. I know what I'm going to speak about. But I'm also allowing my feminine piece to also move through me as I speak to you. So sometimes I don't even know what's about to come out because I just trust her to speak through me, and whatever needs to be spoken through me, even though I have my notes, my structure here, she's also speaking through me, because in this moment, this is what she's asking me to express, because this is exactly the piece or this message that needs to meet with your own heart. So when I'm in my relationship, I desire to be more in my feminine energy. I desire to be more in this space of receiving. It doesn't mean that I'm not giving to him, to my partner. I give a lot to him through my own heart. The giving piece is different with men and women. And that's for another conversation, which I can get to another time. But for now, I just want to really emphasize this idea that there is a dance between two energies that needs to take place in order for this equilibrium and balance to happen in your body. But you have to practice this. This doesn't come naturally for us, for men or women. We have to make space for this. We have to make space to know how to go from one to the other, depending on what we're doing, or how we desire to be in a situation. And the thing is, there is no perfect balance either. That's something that I want to emphasize, because there is no perfect. It's about harmonizing. It's about knowing in yourself until it becomes second nature to you to know how to be in the doing and get shit done, and also know when it's time to let go. And that happens when you know yourself, when you know your body, when you know your emotions, when you know your rhythms. You know how to connect and listen to the sensations of your body. You know how to connect with your menstrual cycle and the different phases of your menstrual cycle. So this becomes then a daily practice. Something we need to understand is that the feminine serves the masculine just as the masculine serves the feminine. Not one is better than the other, but for a lot of us women, it's just the masculine. He's just going, he's doing his, but he has nothing nourishing him, which is the feminine, and she nourishes through pleasure, through play, through love, through connection. So rather than shaming yourself for not being feminine enough, or to go into this space of like, I need to be more feminine, and then seeing this woman on social media who seems more feminine, and then you get stuck in comparison. I want you to realize when that happens. Because when you start to honor your feminine energy, the old paradigm of comparing and competing, that stops. The need to alter your body stops. the desire to embrace your sexuality as sacred and as an avenue to know yourself and to heal different parts of you that haven't been healed yet or integrated yet, that starts to happen. You start to love and accept yourself more. You start to love other women as well for their vibe, because the feminine within you, she's truth and she lives in truth, in love. She's the expression of the sacred feminine heart. She holds the keys. So imagine there's a key and you just like unlock it and there's your queendom within you. I believe the queendom is within your yoni. All you have to do is get that key and unlock it. And then your feminine starts to feel beauty within you, around you. Feel power that isn't about striving and perfection and achieving all the time. There is a newfound power in your own gift of love and rest and sensuality. There is a power that happens in your voice that gets activated. And it happens when you connect with this authentic piece of you. You dismantle the templates of the feminine. And you realize that the template of perfection that's been given to you, full breasts, big butt, whatever, perfect body, perfect lips, perfect nose, all of that we see all the time, that's a false template. And you start to realize that that's not the expression of the goddess. That's not the truth of the love goddess. That's not truth. That's a false template to keep you always second guessing yourself and to keep you disconnected from your feminine. The feminine who feels at home in her body and in her heart. The goddess within you, she is not tamed and constrained in a tiny box. She's erotic. She is free in her body. She's compassionate for her own journey and for the journey of other women. The love goddess is safe to feel sensual in a way that is not performative. And this looks different for every woman. Your expression, your simple expression. Like I love to use my body when I'm speaking. I feel like my goddess speaking through me. For you, it will be different. For all of us, it's different as women. And there's such a feeling of freedom and liberation in that. Like that, I used to really shame myself for that, for how I speak. I speak with a lot of passion and sensuality, and I shamed myself for it. But the thing is, when you do this work of the feminine, naturally your masculine will start to rise within you, and then he will want to hold this expression and create the safety for her to fully come alive. Well, it's your job really to create the safety within you as well. This is what I love to offer practices with. We feel safe in the body to feel the feminine rise through us, through our touch, through different embodiment practices, through a safe space to explore ourselves, to explore our desires, related to our relationship or desires to be in service, or how we desire to show up daily, how we desire to feel daily. But what happens is your feminine will start to nourish the masculine within you. And now he has like a new wisdom in him. He now has a new space to explore purpose, to be of service. And you start to do with this new energized, new fuel of life force, of energy, of love. And that also will ripple into your relationship as well. The truth is, you are always feminine. You are feminine. You may just need to remember. You need spaces to help you remember. Practice every day through pleasure. That's the beauty of pleasure. To remember your feminine in spaces with other women who are also on this journey. So that's where really the reclamation and coming back home to the feminine essence within us is really activated when we are with other women. I think even it amplifies 100 times more. So you have to also show up and use the masculine to help you show up for this, because it's not always easy. It's not always yeah, I'm gonna feel amazing and beautiful and sensual all the time. There is a lot of shame that comes with this work, and there is a lot of shame and pain and feelings of where we have been disconnected, but you don't have to do it alone. There's also beauty that comes with it, and aliveness and empowerment and more power and more sexual radiance, more sexual confidence that comes with this. Your intuitive gifts become more birthed. There's a new sense of I know who the fuck I am that comes with this. There is a new sense of magnetism that comes with this, a new force of attraction that comes with this. So you were always feminine. You just need to remember her, to remember. And I know you have it. Of course you do. You are successful, you're strong, you're driven. You didn't get to where you are right now without your willingness, without your resilience, without this power within you. But maybe the masculine is now calling in a new purpose for you, so you thrive even more in your relationships, in your sex, in your life. And so you have a new feminine glow to you. So you have a new sense of ravishment and bliss in life, so you can turn mundane into feeling of just contentment and peace. Let's put that masculine, he's always been in overdrive. Let's give him a new job now, right? Let's give him a new purpose now. He's going to thank you for this. He really will. The masculine is beautiful. Just remember that. So if you are in your masculine a lot, there's nothing wrong with you. It's important that we don't disconnect from him altogether. We don't want to do that. We want to stay connected to him. Remember, he got you to where you are right now. So let's be grateful for him. But if he's been more dominant, okay, we just need to take our foot off the masculine pedal a little bit and create space for her to thrive. And I don't mean take it off in your business. Do what you're doing or in your day-to-day life to get stuff done. But let's now step into a new space and let's start to explore and experiment with the feminine. And that happens through your practice, through your nourishing with her, connecting with your breasts, connecting with your body, offering your breasts love, offering your yoni love, giving yourself permission to feel, to be truthful about and honest about your feelings and what you need and what you desire as a woman. And then in this, we slowly build the inner masculine structure to safely hold our emotions, to hold our desires, whether they are desires in our life or sex, whatever, and we don't leak them out. Instead, we allow this life force, instead of leaking out this beautiful feminine life force, this juice, to ripple into areas of your life that are going to serve you more, that are going to make you feel more juicy and alive and sensual. And so They are going to serve your relationships. It will serve your sex. It will serve your boundaries. You'll know how to soften. You'll know how to surrender. You'll know how to allow yourself and feel pleasure without any guilt. I seriously love this work, and I really wish that more women would get into it. It's so life-changing. It changed my life. I went from being so anxious, such a perfectionist, so in this like control all the time, to now and to using that in a way that is going to serve me, but it doesn't take over my life because I know how to move and flow from my feminine first. I feel so passionate about this because it has been my journey. It's about learning how to dance between the two energies with ease and grace, because this work isn't black or white. The feminine isn't black or white. It's about knowing, okay, I'm in my masculine right now. I also know that I know how to let go of that and be my feminine. This takes practice. It doesn't just happen by reading books and doing affirmations. It takes practice, being in the space of embodiment. It's about taking a simple act of like taking a moment for yourself, offering yourself a daily practice where you can nourish and be with your heart, be with your love. Tuning into your body, allowing what needs to move and flow through you in all moments. When you do this, you also navigate through more challenging things with more ease and without getting lost in overthinking about things. You just know how to drop into your body and feel into your yes and no and trust your intuition. That's what this work is about. And that's the work of trusting your masculine and feminine energies. It's an art, it's a dance, it's a weaving of two energies that creates a space for deep embodiment, for peace, for bliss, for joy, for love to rise through. So if this speaks to you, sister, if you feel the call to deepen into this journey and awaken your feminine essence in a way that feels true and alive and embodied, I'm here to support you. Remember, I have offerings designed to help you soften into your sensual feminine and experience deeper pleasure and freedom and magnetism that comes from this deep inner union and deep wisdom. Whether that's in my one-to-one private mentorship or my beautiful group Temple Feminine Remembrance, you don't have to do this journey alone. So check the links below to explore my beautiful feminine offerings. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with another sister who needs this message, who wants to be more turned on and tuned in to her sensuality and feminine essence. Let's continue this journey together. Let me know in the comments what really resonated with you. If you're ready, give me, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to take my foot off the masculine pedal just a little bit and allow the feminine love to pour through. Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again in the next episode very soon. My name is Jessica Angelari.